Okay, forgive me for the long intro here, just bear with me and I'll get into the actual movie review of Labyrinth 1986. So this review is the first one I'm trying, and I've done about 4 reviews so far, all trying different methods, and I think I'm sticking with this method, but I just want to see how it turns out as well. But I also need to tell people what exactly it is. But this is actually in 3D, so you'll be able to watch this back with a 3D device. Also, because this is up on YouTube, you'll be able to actually watch with some of these like paper glasses. So even if you haven't got like a 3D TV or a VR headset, you'll still be able to get a gist of what the 3D looks like. And as always, my movies are going to probably be around the first 20 to 30 minutes of the movie, not the full movie. And I'll be doing criticism of that first 20 to 30 minutes. When it comes to TV shows though, I'll probably be doing each full episode. I've got the 3D enabled, so you should be able to still watch this in 2D on YouTube. It's just that there's going to be now a 3D toggle down in the bottom right hand corner. You can toggle if you've got a 3D device and be able to watch it back in 3D so you can see what the depth looks like and decide whether or not you want to watch the movie in 3D. So we've got the classic horse. I can't remember what studio this is with the horse. Is it Try Horse or something like that? Or Try something with a horse. I don't know what happened to this studio. I've not seen it in a while. This horse was really iconic. I remember when you used to see this horse coming on screen, you knew it was probably going to be a good movie. Also, this is in 3D, so you can actually see the depth of the horse in the background coming in. I think if I remember right, this movie I watched when I was very young, and I still don't understand the people involved. I don't have the full knowledge of everybody who's involved. Normally, when I like a movie, I just like a movie. It doesn't matter who made it. Normally, I think this is Jim Henson who did the Muppets. So this has a lot of puppets in it, which is one of the reasons why it's so great. Is all the puppets. But it's not CGI; it's actual physical puppets, which is I think is what you need to do with any of these kind of movies. So apparently this owl is one of the very first CGI, like full computer generated CGI models in 3D that was put in a movie. Obviously this has got David Bowie in it, and he's made a lot of the music for this, and one of the most iconic songs in this movie, personally I think is iconic, is the Dance Baby Dance Magic Baby or something like that. Can't remember the exact lyrics. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've seen it, and I'm kind of rewatching it for this review. I forgot Jennifer Connelly is also in this, and I think it was when she was young, a lot younger. Her acting is not brilliant, but this is a kids' movie. It's really got that 80s vibe to it with the music and everything, and hopefully you can see this at the moment, that CGI owl. It's really nailed the 3D effect on that with the wings popping out and everything on it. Okay, so at this part you get like a full taste of the 3D effect as well, because it's obviously a nice wide open scene shot. Jennifer Connelly coming running in over the bridge there. But you can really see the 3D effects here, so the bridge is like further forward and the other bridge back there is further back. And you've got the swans and the owl and everything.
Give me the child.
I never really noticed this before, but obviously I was a child when I very first watched this movie, but she does have a bit of a whiny voice.
Great. Damn. I can never remember that line.
I'm not sure if this movie was actually based off a book. I'm sure they'll probably try and make a remake of this movie at some point, because it was so good. It's such a good movie that they always make remakes of the good movies, never the bad movies. And again, you can really see the 3D effect coming in here as well, with this nice long, like, hallway kind of shot.
Oh, really?
I'm sorry.
Well, don't stand there in the rain. Come on.
This is the stereotypical evil stepmother kind of story.
You're an hour late.
I said I'm sorry.
Please let me finish.
So this scene here in 3D, this is something I actually worked on quite a lot.
Well, how do you know? You don't know what my plans are. You don't even ask me anymore.
To be fair to say, she was just out in the rain. Her clothes don't actually look that wet. It's like they've used a spray bottle on her face. I don't think you don't have to make the clothes see-through or anything like that. You just have to make the clothes wet. But I don't know. I mean, they've made the clothes kind of dirty. If you look at the bottom there, there's kind of like dirt build up near the bottom. I'm being nitpicky here as well.
You should have dates at your age.
Ah, Sarah, you're home. We were worried.
But the reason why I paused as well is because in this scene you kind of notice something, an error in the scene. She goes around the corner, but she doesn't realize she's still in the camera frame. So you see her running up the stairs in a huff, but then she suddenly just stops. And it just stops because she thinks she's out of view of the camera. Look, there, look. So she like a step.
Do anything right, can I?
There, look, watch. Do. So you'll see this problem in 2D and in 3D, but just then this glitches a little bit. So every now and then there'll be like glitches like that, but that's just the compromise you have with actually converting a 2D movie to a 3D movie. It's given like a Wizard of Oz kind of vibe, whereas I think in the Wizard of Oz it's because she had an accident, so she's kind of in a coma. I'm not sure if it's referring to her being sort of mentally ill or not, who knows.
I've fought my way here to the castle. I've fought my way here to the castle.
But what no one knew was that the king of the goblins had fallen in love with the girl.
So that there is like the basis of the story, is that the goblin kings fell in love with her and gave her powers.
She called on the goblins for help.
So this is the first few of the puppets, and look how cool they look. I think it would probably scare a lot of kids, but there's also like kids would probably love that. I mean, I loved that when I was a kid, but then again, I was like a big horror fan when I was a kid. But the imagination you need to come up with these kind of like characters, but each one of them's unique as well.
Knock it off. Come on. Stop it! Stop it!
I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that, but there was like this dun 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 music in the background. That always triggers me, because not in a bad way, but it reminds me of The Goonies, which is another movie I'm going to be reviewing soon.
I wish.
So this here, if you look at this scene, not only is the 3D pretty decent in this scene as well, but if you look at each one of these puppets, having to animate each one of these puppets, there's probably about 5 people underneath a table or something right now operating each one of these puppets. It's like kind of hard to catch this part, but the puppets are starting to come into her room and you see them show themselves and then disappear. They're obviously using smaller people in costume to represent the puppets in full. Sometimes the most simplest things work. They've got some sort of fan and blowing the glitter into the scene here where he appears at a door. Doing something simple works better than doing something overcomplicated. Like nowadays that would all just be CGI dust.
What is it?
It's a crystal.
He's doing all these really cool things with the glass ball, and obviously it's not him doing it. This is a person underneath the camera doing it.
Show you your dreams. But this is not.
Is the castle beyond the goblin city?
Turn.
So that was kind of a really interesting transition. So she's looking out the window, and then when she turns around, she's actually been teleported to the place. Kind of really bizarre introduction to a character with him leaving himself into a pond while she's walking in on him.
Oh, how sweet.
57.
But she doesn't understand this world, she's just walked into it, so she's already assuming what's good or bad. And it's emphasized her naivety and assumptions.
Bit me.
This is why using puppets is so good, because it doesn't age with time like CGI would. And I'm pretty happy with the way this 3D effect comes out. So she thinks if she keeps running, she'll get to the end. So she's running towards the screen at the moment. You really get a good 3D perception of everything. So this scene has come out really well. Okay, so I think I'll end it here. I'm like 22 minutes into the movie, and I don't want to spoil it any more than I have already. So I'll probably give this one a 4 out of 5, because it's not. There's some issues with it. It's not like a brilliant movie. And I don't think it'll be rare for me to ever give a 5 out of 5 for a movie. If there is ever a remake, I definitely do not recommend watching any sort of remake, because they'll probably ruin it. So always look for the original. Type the original in when you look up for the movie. I could also do with some feedback from this format as well. So this format actually takes a lot of work to do. It would be easier to do the 2D format rather than the 3D format. It'd be good if I got some feedback whether or not it's worth actually doing the 3D format. So to wrap this up, I end my review with a 4 out of 5 stars, a definite must watch. Make sure to always look for the original movies.